For the past few years, my journey has led me to a place most of us fear, the border of life. I spoke with 100 people over the age of 90. Men and women who witnessed wars, technologies, and loves begin and end. People who truly, truly lived. My question to them was simple. What is your biggest and deepest regret in life? I expected to hear about bankruptcies, betrayals, or big career mistakes. But like a chorus of whispers, the same answer emerged, overwhelmingly. 98 out of 100 shared an identical pain, and it had nothing to do with what they did wrong, but rather with what they courageously failed to do. You see, they recovered from poverty. They built new lives after devastating loss. The deepest grief isn't for the lack of possessions. It's for the lack of self. The single regret that crushed their soul was this: I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, and not the life others expected of me. Think about that for a moment. At 90 years old, your parents' judgment doesn't matter anymore. Your boss's approval has faded into the wind. All that remains is you and the ghost of the person you could have been. That courage was missing at key moments in their lives. When they failed to drop out of law school to open that art gallery they dreamed of. On the day they said yes to a stable marriage, instead of waiting for a true soul-deep love. When choosing the job that paid well, but murdered their soul every single Monday morning. They spent their lives building someone else's house. They used their incredible talents to enrich their boss, and their precious energy to please their family, the neighbors, anyone and everyone else. In the end, the person they saw in the mirror was the one who lost, and that loss they could never get back. I remember Thomas, 93, a former investment banker in New York. He told me, with a quiet sadness in his eyes, I never saw a mountain in my adult life. I saw spreadsheets, marble walls, and the inside of a black car. My father wanted a banker in the family. He got one, and I was buried alive in a golden coffin. Thomas hated numbers. He loved building wood furniture, the rich smell of cedar, the quiet patience of craftsmanship. He made a silent pact with himself. I'll endure 10 years of banking, then I'll quit and open my workshop. But 10 years became 20, 20 became 40. And when he finally retired, his hands were shaking, and his body couldn't stand for long. His regret wasn't that he hadn't made a fortune. It was that the fortune paid for a life he didn't want. He regretted letting his father's expectation, the weight of the family name, the desire to look good in society, stop him from being just a happy carpenter. And then there was Sarah, 91, a retired teacher. Her regret was subtler, but just as destructive. The fear of vulnerability. She loved deeply, but never allowed herself to be seen whole. Sarah had a youthful love, a chaotic, passionate artist. Her family deemed him unstable, unsuitable. So she left him, seeking a safe, reliable partner. She had a good life, but thermic, as she described it. No peaks of pain, but also no peaks of joy. Her regret wasn't the husband she chose, but the love she silenced. She regretted letting the voice of social duty speak louder than her own soul, which yearned for risk and passion. She asked me, "What is security if it traps you in a cage where you can't sing?" What Thomas and Sarah and the other 96 truly mourned was the procrastination of their authenticity. They all thought the same thing. I will be myself after the money is secure, after the marriage is stable, after the children grow up. But life doesn't work that way. Courage is not a reserve you withdraw in the future. It's a muscle that atrophies every single day you choose convenience over truth. When the moment to finally be yourself arrives, you are old, tired, and you no longer have the vocabulary to express your true self. And here is the crucial question, the one that kept them up at night. If I could go back in time, who would I have been? They couldn't answer. The person they could have been was forgotten under layers of expectations, obligations, and silly fears of judgment. You have something they took for granted: time. Your time right now is the courage they lacked. No one will remember your silent sacrifices. You will be forgotten anyway. So use that oblivion to your advantage. Stop seeking permission from others. You don't need social authorization to be who you are. Start creating the life you truly want. Your 90-year-old self is watching, and they hope that when you meet them, you will be the bravest, most authentic version of yourself. If this video made you pause and think, that is your courage manifesting. Leave your single deepest dream in the comments below. And if you are ready to stop building someone else's life, subscribe for more timeless wisdom. Thanks for watching.